And joining us on this broadcast is Balmur Venkat, who is an MLC in the Congress in Telangana. Thank you very much, Balmur Garu, for joining us here on India Today. We've got several voices on this entire issue. You've heard from Diljit Dosanjh himself, who's essentially questioned, saying, why am I alone being targeted? There have been multiple such concerts held in Hyderabad. Does the Telangana government every single time issue these kind of directives?
See, after formation of Congress government in Telangana state, 8 months ago, the concert, it's very clear that in Diljit's concerts, he promotes these guns, drugs and alcohol. And our government and our chief minister from the beginning after formation of the government in Telangana state, we are very particular that we are conducting drug awareness programs, and we don't want such kind of events to be performed which encourage these kind of activities. Because we want Telangana and Hyderabad to be a drug-free state. And our chief minister and ourselves, like everyone in the state, we are very particular about it. So just we want to put that awareness into the public, and these kinds of concerts, which promote these kind of activities,
no, how does it
will
promote?
Spoil the careers of youngsters
have you
who
heard
are
Diljit's
minors.
Songs?
Because in this event,
Mr. Venkat, have you heard Diljit's songs? Do you believe he promotes drugs in his songs?
Yeah, I'm not particular about his songs, but I saw few of his videos. Where he brings young kids onto the stage, and you can see there are very clear guidelines that youngsters shouldn't have that more than 120 or 140 decibels, and the flashlights which affect their by profession I'm a doctor, which affect medically, which affect those students, and even he make those students come on stage and do performance. And I heard that he would show these weapons and drugs, and there are few words which are incled in his songs, which we object. Because
let me get your response to what Diljit has said. He's saying I'm very much okay with not referring to the word alcohol in my songs, and most of his songs actually do talk about alcohol but not so much about drugs or violence. But having said that, he says I'm okay with not referring to the word alcohol. Why don't state governments go ahead and ensure that states are alcohol free then? Go ahead and declare Telangana a dry state.
See, it doesn't mean that ऐसा नहीं है कि अल्कोहल स्टेट में बैन नहीं है इसीलिए मैं अल्कोहल को प्रमोट करता हूँ. अल्कोहल अगर आप ड्राई स्टेट डिक्लेयर करेंगे तो मैं प्रमोट नहीं करूंगा. See, when we are performing in a concert, in an entertainment show, it shouldn't motivate or encourage students or youngsters to do that.
But
so our concern was that in these kind of concerts there should be some break.
Welcome message, sir. But there's no crackdown, there's no similar messaging on Tollywood. Do you stop films that propagate, alcohol, that propagate sexism, that propagate any usage of drugs?
See, 100% in these films and everywhere also, wherever this kind of activity is been shown, very clearly, you can see in our local language that you shouldn't take this, and it will be very clearly mentioned. And it's just the beginning. 100% in the upcoming days also, everywhere 100% our government will take a stand on this. And we won't allow these kind of activities or anything to be done.
No, but what is the crackdown on films? The question here that I'm asking, and the messaging you're putting across is very important. I completely agree that it's important to ensure that artists don't go ahead and push to their young, impressionable audience any form of bad habits or bad practices. But is Diljit a soft target here? Balmur Garu, is there any similar crackdown that you're doing on Tollywood films or Telugu movies which have a much larger audience in Telangana?
See, it's not targeting particularly Diljit or anyone. See, in the Telugu movies which are weapons, it will be people who are watching. It will be A-rated movies, in which weapons and everything will be shown. But in Diljit events, underage people can also attend these events. Even you need to look at that. You A-rated movies, what is Diljit or everyone is talking about, in those movies it is particularly, very clearly, you get rating for it, which is above 18 people should only watch that movies, not under 18. And in Diljit events and Diljit concerts, youngsters who are minors also will attend this event.
Okay.
So there's a difference between in that movies and Diljit's concert.
Okay, all right. Point noted. Balmur Venkat, thank you very much for joining us here on India Today. So you've heard from a representative there of the Telangana government who maintains that there's a need for this kind of a crackdown to ensure that impressionable youngsters don't fall for all of the messaging that's put across by singers, by artists very, very often. We'll leave it to you, the viewer, to decide whether this was targeted harassment of Diljit with this kind of directive message, or one that's very much needed and should be done for all artists cutting across?